For over half a century, His Majesty the King has been visiting all parts of the country, taking stock of his subjects' hardships and sufferings in person. Through laborious gathering and analyzing of in-depth data, His Majesty the King of Thailand has become a true rural researcher. His aim is to make people self-reliant through development in stages. The learning tool for such a development process is the Royal Development Study Center, 6 of which have been set up in all parts of the country, according to His Majesty's initiative. The centers are entrusted to study, research, and seek appropriate development models for respective regions, where people can observe and seek services from government officials who gather at the centers. The centers operate as a one-stop service, with officials from various agencies working together towards the same development goal, coordinating their work for the people, covering all aspects of their lives. Although the assignment is tough and challenging, the Royal Development Study Centers have become successful, as exemplified by the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center. The name Khao Hin Son refers to the topographical feature of the place as a chain of rocky hills made up of large and small rocks one upon the other. This area used to be a fertile valley with rich forest covers and abundant flora and fauna. Through decades of overexploitation and neglect, the area turned bare and desert-like. Not even drought-resistant crops could thrive. When I first looked at the area, it was so difficult to develop. Only rocks were seen. Yes, they still grew something, cassava. So I thought of demonstrating cassava growing. You know that cassava could grow even without water. But here, even cassava would not grow. This meant that there were no nutrients, nor water, only sand. The 8th of August, 1979, marked the new era of development when His Majesty the King came here to inaugurate the statue of King Pinklao, the second king of the fourth reign, put up at Khao Hin Son Sub-District, Phnom Sarakam District, Chatung Sao Province, in commemoration of his contribution to the modernization of the Thai military. On that day, a resident presented him with land consisting of 264 rai, or 42.24 hectares, for the construction of a royal residence. With his wide vision and great kindness toward his subjects, His Majesty thought of developing the area for the people instead. He later related that, I asked that donor if he would mind if I created a study center for agriculture in the area on his land instead. He said he would be glad. So it started there. From that moment on, with His Majesty the King's great kindness toward his subjects and his determination to help them, Khao Hin Son gradually was restored and rehabilitated through natural means. From the original 264 rai, or 42.24 hectares, the project area was expanded to 497 rai, or 79.52 hectares, as other residents added their land for the purpose. When combined with an arboretum and botanical garden area, and with His Majesty the King's grant of a further 655 rai, or 104.8 hectares, the total study and research area of 1,895 rai, or 303.2 hectares, made the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center a viable model of development as the first development study center of the country. His Majesty the King once remarked that, quote, "No matter how bad the soil is, development can be made." These words still echo in the minds of all who work at the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center. As the area is a highland with steep slopes, surface runoff and erosion of topsoil have been excessive, exacerbated by long years of improper land use and neglect. As a result, forest, water, and soil have deteriorated severely. There were only 2 trees standing, overlooking the desolate area with no signs of life. Amidst the darkness, His Majesty laid down the path of development by studying the map and drawing the areas to be developed by himself. He used the natural means to be the guideline for solving the problems and reviving fertility to the land. His Majesty stressed the need to restore the equilibrium in nature in a systematic manner. In developing the depleted land at Khao Hin Son, conservation of soil, water, and forest was carried out at the same time, based on the theory that forest retains water, and with sufficient moisture, soil fertility can be restored. All factors are interlinked as a chain, which cannot exist with a missing link. The operation at the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center is multidisciplinary or integrated with the Land Development Department as the main coordinating agency and the Office of the Royal Development Projects Board as supervisor. The development project started with soil improvement programs carried out in tandem with the creation of water sources and replanting of forests. Water and soil conservation systems employ both mechanical and vegetation methods. The prevention of water runoff and erosion of topsoil by rain is done through the creation of earthen dikes, comprising of water diversion channels, regulating structures to slow down the runoff, and silt retention pond. At the same time, crops are planted in rows as natural barriers and to improve soil condition. There are ground covers, terrace plants, rotation crops, and vetiver grass across the contours to break the steep slopes. Vetiver grass has a special attribute in preventing soil erosion and destruction of topsoil while effectively conserving underground moisture. Vetiver grass is grown around fruit trees and as borders to retain moisture. At the same time, soil fertility is restored through the natural means by using compost and organic fertilizer, as well as the planting of rotation crops, especially those in the bean family, which can serve as green fertilizer or green manure to fix organic matters in the soil and thereby restore fertility. As for water sources, His Majesty recommended the construction of reservoirs to retain water from the Chon River, which is at a high elevation and with high water runoff in the rainy season, part of which is drained away wastefully. 9 reservoirs were constructed with a combined capacity of 5.7 million cubic meters. At the same time, water channels, weirs, and over 1,000 farm ponds were dug up for villagers so that they had sufficient water for consumption and for their agricultural activities. With soil fertility restored, the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center set up various demonstration plots in different conditions. For example, in the lowland area, agricultural activities which require a lot of water, such as rice plantation, vegetable cultivation, and the new theory agricultural practice are demonstrated. On higher ground, growing of fruit trees is promoted, with new technologies transferred to farmers concerning the methods of farming, fertilization, and harvesting, so that the best results are obtained. To the north of the center, replanting of forests is carried out using fast-growing, usable trees. An arboretum is created to conserve indigenous plant species, along with a botanical garden to house collections of rare plants, cash crops, and herbs. In the herb garden, over 800 species of herbal plants have been collected, with a nursery for visitors to study various plant species. Saplings of perennial trees and young herbal plants are produced for distribution to agencies and interested farmers. It is also a study center for school children, students, and the general public, with a walkway created for them to observe the plants closely and conveniently, thus enabling them to obtain both knowledge and joy. Moreover, facilities are available for those seeking herbal baths. Herbal products are prepared for sale at the center, including mixture for herbal baths, herbal shampoo and conditioner, soap, ointment, and mosquito repellent, for instance. Besides the above-mentioned work, the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center has diverse activities and services to help develop the quality of life of farmers in all aspects, such as the Royal Rice Mill, and Khao Hin Son Agricultural Cooperative, to bring the cooperative system into the community to help solve the members' problems and obstacles in their occupation. Fishery promotion has been conducted at the same time, with the breeding of freshwater animals to be released into natural water sources and distributed to farmers. Demonstrations were made on the propagation and rearing of rare fish breeds, the breeding of field frogs, the raising of frogs in cement wells and in floating baskets, as well as the breeding of ornamental fish, so that farmers can select and adapt to their own land. In livestock development, there is the promotion of poultry, pig, and cattle breeding, rearing, and productivity enhancement. Farmers are advised on animal health and diseases based on experiments on the use of herbs to prevent diseases in animals and in order to obtain chemical-free meat. Technology transfer at the center is based on the principles of simplicity, low cost, acceptability among the people, and practicality. At Khao Hin Son, various parties joined in to help. After 15 years, the center has become a model, and it has become easier for other places to replicate. It needs perseverance, so now everyone benefits. The people are satisfied, and we are satisfied. Here they could not even grow cassava. Things have changed a lot. The place is now well shaded and cool. Through the studies, experimentation, demonstration, and extension of agricultural knowledge to the people, it can be said that a real transformation of the land took place, thanks to the joint efforts of all parties involved. The achievements at Khao Hin Son pleased not only His Majesty the King, but brought real happiness to all of his subjects. Today, the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center serves as a living natural museum for school children, students, the public, and for farmers in the neighborhood to observe and apply the knowledge in their own farms. It is also a major tourist destination for Chachoengsao Province, with more than 100,000 visitors each year. The center also has been cited as a distinguished agriculture-oriented tourism site for the year 2004 by the Tourism Authority of Thailand. The center has extended the results of its studies to 15 villages around the center, with the adaptation of the practice in accordance with local conditions and needs. Presently, communities are better off and secure, with more income from their produce. Excess products are kept in reserve as food banks for households. They now grow mangoes and several other profitable crops and vegetables. I love that place, not because of the profits. We never take the turnovers as profits. All have been invested back into the center. And now everyone knows the Khao Hin Son Rail Development Study Center.
ได้ความรู้จากศูนย์ศึกษาการพัฒนาเขาหินซ้อนและได้จัดการฝึกอบรมเรื่องทำการเกษตรก็ไปได้ความรู้มาเรื่องแหล่งน้ำการจัดแหล่งน้ำการปรับปรุงบำรุงดินใส่ปุ๋ยกับดินว่าทำยังไงดินเราถึงจะมีคุณภาพก็ได้ความรู้มาจากศูนย์แล้วศูนย์เขาก็ช่วยมาแนะนำแล้วตอนนี้ก็เอามาปฏิบัติใช้ดูก็ดีขึ้นเอามาปลูกพืชก็งาม
พอในหลวงท่านมาที่เขาหินซ้อนที่ท่านมาพระราชทานศูนย์ศึกษาการพัฒนาเขาหินซ้อนให้ตำบลเขาหินซ้อนในรอบศูนย์รู้สึกว่าปลาบปลื้มดีใจเป็นอย่างมากครับผลประโยชน์นี้ท่านก็มาขุดบ่อให้เอาปลามาให้นะครับแล้วก็มาสาธิตการทำปุ๋ยหมักปุ๋ยน้ำชีวภาพหลายอย่างนะที่เกษตรกรรู้สึกว่าดีใจมากๆ
Today, the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center is a proud model of success in the rehabilitation of soil, water, and forest resources. The land that was on the brink of becoming a desert has flourished again, testifying to the achievement that was the first chapter of the Royal Development Study Centers for the people's true development towards sufficiency and sustainability. We shall reign with righteousness for the benefits and happiness of the Siamese people. Blessed with incomparable insight and ingenuity, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej, who has reigned in the hearts and minds of all Thais, has worked selflessly and devotedly for his subjects, aimed at alleviating their hardship and sufferings, and for them to attain better quality of life. Towards this end, he initiated the establishment of the Royal Development Study Centers as the sites to experiment and demonstrate development methods appropriate with the area conditions of different regions of the country. Today, the 6 Royal Development Study Centers serve as living natural museums, open to the public to learn by observing and practicing to benefit their chosen livelihood. They also provide a comprehensive service or one-stop service to facilitate the people in their daily lives, as stated in part of His Majesty the King's royal address. They demonstrate the comprehensive development, which means what people should do in every aspect of their lives in order to make a living in their locality. They will also be exposed to modern technology and will find methods to earn their living efficiently. His Majesty the King's great kindness and concerns over his subjects in all occupations and areas can be witnessed at a tiny bay hidden in a small corner of Thailand, a bay that curves like a stingray, or Krabane in Thai, the curious shape that gives its name as Khung Krabane, the stingray curve bay. It is here that His Majesty the King intends to create a model of coastal area development in a sustainable manner. Khung Krabane Bay was formerly an abundant fishing ground and a rich food source for surrounding communities. The area is significant in the entire ecosystem, as the mangrove forests provide food and nurseries for young marine animals. This tiny bay has thus nurtured coastal lives, animals, and human beings for centuries. As time passed, communities around Khung Krabane Bay found it increasingly difficult to earn their living. The destruction and exploitation of fishery resources through incorrect means resulted in the depletion of the once abundant coastal area, leaving residents in harsh conditions never before experienced. With his keen concerns for the people's livelihood, the great development leader, His Majesty the King, had the Khung Krabane Bay Royal Development Study Center established at Klongkhud Sub-District, Thamai District, Chanthaburi Province on 28 December 1981 to undertake studies and experiments on coastal area development on a sustainable basis. The mission in response to His Majesty the King's initiatives started on an area of 61,025 rai, or 9,764 hectares around Khung Krabane Bay, encompassing the neighboring coastal area of 4,000 rai, or 640 hectares, and the surrounding agricultural area and fishing villages on an area of about 57,025 rai, or 9,124 hectares, under an integrated development plan from the sea to the hilltop.